Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Wednesday. CPLI Eve. It is 1/11/23, January 11. We're going to look at little technical analysis, some futures trades. I profited accidentally on a futures trade. Sadly, it's not the first time that's happened. It's not sad, it's happy, but it's sad that my accidental trades work better sometimes. We're going to look at Bbby at 50%. GME, is it actually found a floor? Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter at Happy Money YT and get on our Discord server. Link for those are in the description. They're both free. I don't have any services. I guess you can join a membership on YouTube, but nothing on Discord like that. SPY melted up today for the most part. Kind of saw this coming yesterday, even though I had a short position. Especially by end of day, we had that engulfing candle on the daily on SPY. This was the breakout that started all of it. This was a big range day for some reason. I think it was maybe because of Powell, but we already had that cross D or cross in the Mac. Yeah, that cross D, that MACD crossover that was bullish, and then breaking that range. And so ups is what I was kind of anticipating, pricing in a positive CPLI. So if it's not positive, I think it'll probably crash. It might anyways. The volume that I've noticed here now is decreasing also on this move, which shows there's lack of conviction. So it could be a bit of a bull trap there also. But yeah, big data tomorrow, 8:30 CPLI. I was in a short yesterday. If you watched the video, short yesterday right here on ES. Got trapped in it. Ended up closing it basically right here. I don't know if I had an order already to close it. Something. I don't know what happened, but today I looked at it and I was long a contract here. So that was nice because it was up $700. Which is how I've wanted to trade futures, but it doesn't always work out that way. And yesterday I was just so shaken I didn't want to open one up overnight. Anyways, held it through here, held it up here, and then actually closed it right here on this engulfing candle at this resistance. Closed it out. It was a nice gain though. It was like, I think $1,100 or something. And then went back long on this break. Of course, went back long on that break. I don't know what happened. This was a big volatile break. Like, broke up, went long, and then it just flushed. Huge flush down here. This was a huge move. I was down here, I think it was down like $600 somehow. So quick. I waited and waited, and it came up, and then I actually closed it. Took like a $400 loss, so gave back a significant amount of the gains I had made, unfortunately. I didn't see any news, so I was like, this was then an engulfing candle, and I just figured that was a false breakout. And then, of course, if I waited longer, it would have ended up being better. This did come back up. I could have gotten out of it, or I could have just held it and we kept rallying. So kept on rallying. Had a short here that got stopped out because that was fake. Got stopped out a couple times in here, and then just waited, and it just kind of melted up. It was choppy. I didn't like it a whole lot, and I finally took another short right here, just on a little double top. And on the longer time frame, I do think we probably will sell off for CPLI. I think it's been pricing in a pretty bullish number, and even if it is bullish, I think we'll probably sell off on it. It might be too strong in that conviction, though. I mean, there's reason to go up as far as some TA looks bullish. We still have that gap to fill and stuff, but anyways, it's the high of the day, and it's just been melting up. So I figure it's not too bad of a short to go right here. So I'm down on it now. And we'll see. I want to close it before CPLI. I'm hoping we at least settle down somewhat in after hours and pre-market tomorrow before the print. Hoping people get a little scared. Looks like it's coming down a little bit now. We'll see. It's 3:30. We've got about 30 minutes. Could come all the way back down to VWAP. If there's pretty significant gains, I'll close it. But it kind of would be fun to hold one through the volatility of CPLI. So we'll see. We will see. GME, BBY, big rip up. AMV. AMV had a big rip up actually on our stream today. You need to jump on our stream if you haven't. Hit the notification bell. I've been streaming every day, all day. I mentioned it right here. So if you're on stream, you liked it. We mentioned like 3.8 or so. I saw it on it's on my watch list, and yeah, thing just went wild. Went up basically 150% from when I mentioned it. BBY, big move up, 50% up, broke through that resistance, little island formation. I was saying on our video yesterday, look for that 2-4, just literally gapped to that, so had no problem, ripped past that, broke through all our resistances here, 2-7, and now it's just making this nice looking bull flag and just consolidating nicely real high. So very bullish looking. It is a bit overbought. It's gone pretty quick, and it's bumping up against that kind of 330 range. I kind of expect it to slow down probably for the rest of the week, but I mean, yeah, everything looks bullish. Just after a big move like this, usually it'd slow down. Huge volume today on it, 197 million. That is wild. That's as much volume as was that day. 164. Yeah, that's more volume than basically that squeeze on it, other than that one day. Crazy. So I think it does have potential to keep moving up. I still have all my position shares, short puts. I've got still like 60k or something in it, I think, overall, and I haven't added to it at all. But yeah, I think it definitely could keep moving up. The options chain is extremely it's bullish, but there's just tons and tons of contracts, calls, in the money, out the money. I mean, these are crazy numbers. 33,000, the 3.5 strike, 3 strike. So beginning of this week, these were mostly out of the money, right? These 2s, 2.5s, 3s. So market makers are starting to hedge these, and that could be a lot of the price action we're even seeing today. But as it moves up, if it continues this week, which it might not, and there might be some de-hedging if it drops back down a bit, but this is a lot of action that we should even start to realize even next week. Short week next week. Martin Luther King, I think, is on Monday. So, but Wednesday, T+2, this a lot of hedging for the market makers. And then even the week after, look at this. Look at the open interest. 18,000 for the 4 strike. These all went in the money. 12,000, 13,000. So that the crazy gamma ramp that could be setting up. And I haven't seen any news on BBY necessarily. There's hype and speculation, but if there actually become like real news or real rumors of some sort of merger acquisition, I think this could be another gamma squeeze. Not to these levels, I wouldn't imagine, but I think it could be pretty big. The option chain is loaded, so I mean, a big resistance on this thing would be that 430 level. I've got some levels drawn in here. 3.5 to, let's see, 3.5, and then of course 4 would be a big one. If it broke above 4, I was able to kind of find that as support. I could see it moving back up to 5.5, 6. You know, that could happen pretty easily. And then if there's an acquisition, then you know, the rumors of that would cause it to rally most likely. And then if it does come to fruition, then they would say what the share price, I believe, what they'd be buying it at, or how they'd be valuing it, basically, you know, what the market cap would be. And then they would just take the free float and say that would give it a share price of whatever. And so at that point, then you'd have kind of a hard number of what it's going to be worth. If my memory serves me correctly on how these work. So they say they're going to do it at $4.50, then it would probably rip to $4.50 and stop. If they say they'll do it for $3, it probably won't go anywhere higher. So that kind of puts a ceiling on it. And yeah, so I think there's more to go on it. RSI on the daily still is not even overbought. Shorter time frames, pretty hot still though. CPI tomorrow morning could swing it a little bit. GME, very nice price action today. It's only up 5%, but that is good from all this down that we've had these last months and months. So any green day on this thing has been nice. It looks like it has reversed. We've got green over the 9 moving average now. We've got our bullish MACD on the daily, and yesterday was that engulfing candle, of course. My thesis changed a little bit. I was open to a different sort of bottom on GME after I made the video. I posted on our Discord, but I've been looking for increasing volume and big red days to signify a bottom, similar to here, and how it's played out mostly. However, a lot of stuff has changed since the split. It seems like the price action obligations, I'm not sure, but I'm considering that it might not, it might do just a slow melt up and then rip. So similar, I guess, kind of how we haven't really had it. That's the thing. So it's like just a different new price action that we haven't really seen. So yeah, because so far we've had a big rip and the volume hasn't really started increasing except for the last 2 days. So we didn't get big volume, big drops, just kind of found a natural bottom and started rallying. With that said, I think it could go either way. I think it probably will consolidate some, might even retest, and before it rips, retest like a 17 or even the 16.25 level before a rip, just based on how it's moved prior, where it does this kind of double bottom before it makes a move up. It doesn't have to. Again, it's all different now since the split. So here's kind of a double bottom before the rally. But at least some consolidation. It's not just going to keep going crazy. But that being said, it hasn't really gone crazy yet. So we might still have one crazy day this week on it, like a 40% day, or yeah, I suppose, or a move. I mean, a move back up to this resistance of 21. I was saying 19 yesterday's video, like might even get up $19, and it did, and that might be the ceiling for now. Looks like it's kind of keeps respecting and bouncing off of that. So it might just kind of consolidate between this range down here. There's kind of 16 to 19 until it's ready to kind of make its big push through. But yeah, basically today and yesterday to me looks like it's more significant of a floor being here, right around 15. Like we could break below it still, but I don't see it being much lower than this. And potentially if it does do a retest, it'll be higher also. So with that said, now it's, to me, it's looking like looking for dip buys, just basically looking to buy it at the cheapest I can. Today, not the best day, but I did open up some short puts on it just because this is showing me that it looks like it is a bottom in this area, and probably not going to see the 1160, at least not before we have a big rally. And the big rally could be a huge one. Deferred OPEXs and all this. What I see is just a long time without really anything. So yeah, that could be pushed obligations. As we saw here, this was the longest time we had, and then we had a huge rally. This was 150%. We get 150% from down here at 15. That puts us like at 30 something, I think. Did it earlier, closer to 35, I think. But maybe, maybe it'd be bigger than that, maybe it'd be smaller than that. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to mention that was, I can't remember what it was now, but yeah, so GME, it does look good. Trying to be patient on good entry buys. I mean, this is a good price here, probably 1870. I thought anything under 25 was pretty good, and then under 20 was super good. And so we've had super good pricing for quite some time. After it does make that rip rally that we're hoping for and expecting, potentially, where does it go from there is the question I have, and how high does it go before there? Will it break this kind of resistance that we've had for 2 years? And, that would be, if it basically retests that 35, it'd make a new high on this kind of downward slope here. And then does it find support back in the 20 range, 25 or so? With this macroeconomic environment going on, it's not a lot of risk on, so it's going to be hard, I think, in general, to hold up a high valuation with being in a recession and that sort of thing. That being said, gaming does do well in recessions, and so investors could see value in this. Holy crap, AMV. Oh, matey. Broke it. So this one, if you're in it, it has room. I drew some lines on here. Let's see. Well, the first one's 812. The next one I have on here is 1046. And after that, it's 1240. It's crazy. I don't know what the catalyst or the news or anything. Bed Bath & Beyond, Carvana, AMC kind of outpaced GME today. Our up play is still up. It keeps going up. Box D settled down. Yeah, this account, I would be selling cover calls in BBY, but I need to get it up to 25k. I accidentally did a day trade on it after it went under 25k. And yeah, we're up 30% on our up shares. But I did open the short puts on the long term. And actually I was in and out of Avia. whatever this is. I bought shares of this, did a little trade on it, lost on it. And the long term here we have, so our short puts, our cash secured puts on BBY, of course, are up today. Up 4 grand or 12%. These are 8 strike, so need to be above 8 to be out of the money. I did these short puts on GME, cash secured puts, 17 strike, January 20th. This is because of that bottom, it looks like, that we're seeing. This isn't a good day to enter it. If it comes down, it'll be better to enter it, but I'll hold through the volatility for now. I received 700, I think 70 to open up these. I did like 12 of them. So not bad. It's 2 weeks next Friday. So it's the monthlies. Might flip them to shares, but I'm kind of expecting somewhat consolidation, and that's a safer way to play consolidation, would be short puts than just holding shares through this. I'd like to receive some income during that time. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on Discord. Peace out.